I have been watching auditing channels here in the UK since the COVID pandemic started, all the way back in 2020, predominantly to see all those COVID tested sites and how they operated and what kind of public benefit they had. And the first channel that I came across from all the auditing channels out there was Auditing Britain, and I was really interested because he would go and film these sites, and they were really hostile towards him. And I always asked myself, why would they be so hostile to someone who's just a curious member of the public living in unprecedented times? It's something that's never really happened before in the history of modern Britain. And I will admit, I was a bit shocked initially when I saw people working at these sites who would approach him and basically be threatening and hostile towards him because he was filming them. I always thought that was a bit of an exaggerated, overreactive response to his filming. And I also liked AB's personality because he would always try to ridicule them. He would never get aggressive towards them. And I noticed as I was watching more of his content over the weeks and months that it wasn't just these COVID site members, workers who would be unhappy with his filming. It would be all kinds of people from, public servant working in councils, police officers, all people who held, jobs of, responsibility serving the public. So I thought to myself, maybe, this guy has got this, good social purpose. But then over time, I realized that, all these arrests, all these, hostilities would not really fundamentally bring any changes. So perhaps, it was just entertainment after all, because unless you change the laws, you ain't going to get people behaving any differently unless they are forced to do so, particularly if there's an ingrained state of mind that what someone is doing is perceived to be, unpleasant or, distasteful. And I'm assuming most people who are approached by auditors, that's what they think. They think that it's not, even though they might be legally able to do it, it's not particularly pleasant for them to do so, and it's rude and ill-willed because ultimately you're filming someone for the sake of generating content to put online. But yeah, I mean, I've been watching these auditors, and fundamentally now I just watch them more out of curiosity to see their any negative reactions that they get. But even the fact that they call themselves auditors is it's a bit misleading, because auditing is someone who's basically authorized to go through accounts with a third. It's basically an authorized third party to go through someone else's accounts to highlight any issues or any problems with those accounts. But anyone with a camera, any can pretty much go and film a police station or a council, and they, you won't call them an auditor. They're just people who like to film in public, and so that's all they really are. So it's a bit of a shady, murky hobby, in my opinion. But obviously, I'm curious about what you guys think. Does auditing in the UK have, are these auditing channels serving a valuable social purpose, or are they just clickbaity, provocative, wind up individual, channels who pretty much try to get to negative reactions in order to generate more views? Let me know. Thank you.